Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Skyrim Forever, starring Lucette the Unlucky, our Breton alchemist and aspiring conjuration student. And we haven't finished clearing out this bandit's den, but we've cleared out most areas of it. And we were just taking a little looting break here. I usually don't like to end the episode in the middle of a raid, but we did finish this, I think, most of them. And there's a lot more to go in this storyline. We have at least this whole episode's worth, so I had to break it somewhere. And just checking out the kitchen. Like I said, we're an alchemist, so there's always a lot of ingredients. I just noticed some garlic hanging there that I missed. Kind of frustrating. So yeah, I usually record my videos without doing the voiceover, and then I'll sort of edit it a little bit later and, just do the voiceovers all at once, basically. So that's just the way I do production. So sometimes I'll make a comment like that where I missed something when I was actually playing it. Alright. We have Miko, our trusty sidekick, and we just hit a trap, and poor Miko might have caught the brunt of that. We snuck by that thing. We got hit pretty good. Maybe a quarter of our health is gone, but not too bad. I'm not really paying that much attention when when there's no enemies around. You get a little less cautious in situations like that. Alright, well, look at all that iron. We are not into smithing that much, but that always comes in handy for little things you need here or there. So, not avoiding smithing or stuff like that, but we're definitely not leveling that up or anything. Alright, so we still do have to kill the bandit, but also we have to open the lever because we saw that people who live here camped outside and they had attempted to stop these bandits and failed and asked us to go open the front gate. Alright, and this is our first time using our conjured sword we have there. This guy's pretty tough. We're not used to dual wielding here. We usually have a lightning spell in our left hand there. So we do have poison that we can use. We are an alchemist, but we used a bunch of our potions. We don't have a ton of the good ones left, but we still have some basic poisons. And look at this. This guy's almost dead, but he actually went down. And we will save the extra poison on our blade by switching to the bound sword. Oh, there's another bandit here. I wasn't expecting this much action in this section, actually, but I guess they weren't alerted when we fought the people in the other room. And this place is a bit of a maze, as are a lot of locations in Skyrim. So, especially since we snuck in the back way, in the secret entrance that the owners of this place told us. So we're going through it the opposite direction. Whereas, like, if we had done a head-on assault through the front gate to begin with, so. And we can assume, like, the storyline is the front gate's locked, but I think if you start attacking them, they might open the gate or something. I'm not quite sure because we went in the back way, but at any rate, here we are. Dual wielding, which is a new thing. We just found this spell in this cave a few minutes ago, actually. Alright, so we have some locked cells here. I don't know that there's anything good in there, but it's always good to level up the lock picking a little bit, testing out your skill. We have over 60 lockpicks there, so not going to run out of lockpicks anytime soon, so we can afford to be a little less cautious. Almost had it there, and break a few in the process. Not a huge deal. And there we go. Alright, so there's just a little poop bucket in there, and that's about it. Now, yeah, so we did have a bunch of poisons, I think, going into this match, but we used them all last episode. We were paralyzing people and slowing them down and turning them against each other with frenzy potions applied to our blade, so That type of stuff is really fun. I think we're mostly just down to our basic poisons right now, so, you know, it helps in a fight, but it's definitely not as amusing from a, you know, visual standpoint as when they get paralyzed and just fall over, or even, especially when they attack their own crews. Always fun to watch. Alright, and we leveled up! So we're already at level 13, I think. Sometimes, if I didn't level up last time, it could actually be even higher, but I'm gonna use that perk at some point. They got a lot of cheese here. Now again, this was this family's house, so they're like some wealthy landowners. They got a lot of wine and cheese and stuff in their cellar. It's you know, very lived in look here. Alright, so this is where we have to go, straight through this way. Oh, and there's another trap. So we'll sidestep that one. And looks like the dog walked over it and got some blow darts. Miko, you're supposed to sidestep that stuff. Come on. Well, Miko looks okay. Not a huge deal. Alright, so this is the courtyard here. And we're definitely going to have some bandits on the outside, some guards and stuff. So we're going to get ready for that.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Lost? I just came out from the house, guy. Oh, wow. That guy's got a huge hammer. And we've got 2 swords, though, so that's better than 1 big hammer, right? Alright, so let's open this gate. Well, the gate's not there. There's no handle for the gate right there. Must be another spot above or something. Or right there, and there's a little gatehouse. Wow, see, they're so rich, they have a house for the gate. Instead of just a lever next to the gate itself, they have a whole shed for this thing. So these guys, you know they're well off. And look at this. Wow, we just... did we just kill her with the hilt of our bound sword? That was pretty cool. Alright, so it looks like the family's in here helping us now. There's only that guy and 2 other people left, but he's throwing fireballs. I don't think you needed me. Did you really need me to take care of these guys? Look at this. It's like lighting them on fire. Well, that's pretty cool. And then Miko with the takedown. Wow, that's a nice mohawk you got there. All right. That's something I would use look on one of my characters.
Careful, please.
Careful.
Yes?
All right, look at this guy. This guy is pretty badass looking.
Did you see my family inside?
Well, yeah, they were actually kind of dead.
Hopefully they made it to safety before the attack. I'll begin the search after a quick restock. Anyway, here is your reward. Thanks again.
All right, what do we get? Oh, Spell Tome of Detection. That's an interesting reward. So let's see what that does. This is good because we are a magic student. So now we can see people through walls. So, wow, we're going to now become a much stealthier type of player, maybe, if we start using that spell. We also just got a crossbow because we joined the Dawn Guard and we're going vampire hunting. So I can see us maybe doing some more, you know, lurking in the shadows, you know, sort of scoping out what we're doing and maybe poisoning our what are they called? Bolts in the crossbow, and then, you know, killing people without even knowing that they're fighting. At least taking the first few out, and you go in all, you know, switch to the blade and go in, and, you know. So this is going to be really fun. But that'll really help that type of playthrough where we'll know exactly how many people are in the next room before we even go in there. I mean, even if we're doing a little ground game and, you know, it's recon. We're going to be doing more recon now, basically. If I remember to even use that spell, you know. We're going to start having a lot of spells. But the thing is, I've said this in the previous episode, one of the recent episodes. I was kind of complaining that, like, I haven't found too many interesting spells on corpses or in dungeons like this. And now, that was a quest reward item, but still, that's the same thing. Now we actually, you know, I was waiting for something like that to happen instead of just buying that book, which I probably wouldn't think to buy that particular book. So now this is going to shape our character in a way that, like, I wasn't anticipating becoming stealthier. Like, that wasn't That wasn't really on my agenda, but that is gonna at least aid in that type of recon. Like, we could have looked up here right now. I already forgot to use the stupid spell, by the way. So we could have looked up here right now and seen how many guys were up here with the chief. All right. Wow. Oh, Miko got caught. Look at this. We got a lightning war here. We have a lightning war. We killed the chief. Oh, and yeah, we're not going to even use the lightning because they're just going to kind of bounce off each other. I can see in my mind, so we got to sneak in there while Miko's distracting him and get the blade in, and that's going to turn the tide because we're completely evenly matched with our lightning bolts coming out of our hands. So, pretty exciting fight there. Killing the chief and his you know, personal guards or whatever they are, so... And they were a little bit tougher than the other fighters, so pretty good climax to the story. And we're gonna drink a little extra wine here to unencumber ourselves and celebrate, because I think that's it. We just won this battle, and you know, we let the people back into their home, and now we get to share the spoils. They said we could take anything. He said he didn't have any money. He could give us something special, which was that spell book. But we could have the run of the place and take whatever we want. And there's a ton of stuff here, including, wow, look at this. We have an enchanting table. And this blood-stained imperial. So, okay, power attacks. So normally what I would do is you find something like this, and then I would just disenchant it right now. And that'll help level you up, and then you can use that enchantment on, you know, other objects. But this power attacks, I'm not really going to ever enchant something with that. So the thing is, I could do it just to gain like a level, you know, you just a level up enchanting. Could disenchant it, but the thing is, then my menus are going to get super clogged up when I go to start learning more enchanting. So I probably will just end up selling that. But that's one thing that normally you would do, I would think, in that situation. It's something you're not going to use. That bow, you know, fight, but I would recommend disenchanting it, but I'm not gonna do that right now because it gets frustrating when you have, like, you know, 30, 40 different enchantments you're going through. Most of them are stuff you don't want to use. I'm gonna try to keep it. Look at this, and I just leveled up my enchanting actually with this book, so that's even cooler. So that's another way to level up. And so I'm not really grinding enchanting the way that I'm grinding the alchemy. So, and I learned courage, so that could actually help. Now my only companion is Miko, who doesn't really probably need courage. He's a pretty courageous dog there, but sometimes if you watch my other playthrough, I could have used that spell actually, the Ice Fiendess of the North series, which I actually recorded like 3 years ago, but I'm finally putting it out. There were a few technical issues that I was hesitant to put it up, but it's a really good playthrough. And some of the funniest things that happen is this guy Stenvar. He goes running from a troll in one scene, and it was very comical because I was like very low level, like I don't even know, level 2 or 3 or something. I couldn't take care of this troll, but we almost had, like, we literally could have hit it like 1 or 2 more hits. And he goes running into the next room, and the troll actually regenerated health, and it took me... I ended up having to sneak by some of these trolls instead of fighting them. But that spell would have been perfect. If I had the courage spell, I would have been like, get back here, Stenvar. Stop running from the fight. So that is actually extremely useful if you rely on your companions and want them to, you know, do a little better job. Look at this. The insects are chirping, and it's a nice foggy, ominous-looking day. Perfect day for a mysterious vampire hunting alchemist to be out killing a whole den of bandits. So here we are, and I think I was going to use this as my screenshot, so take that in for a second. But I end up with a little more mysterious one later, so I ended up using that instead. All right, so now we just teleported back to Riften. So, I pick up 1 flower and now I'm over encumbered. That's how tight I was on my carry weight. That's pretty hilarious. Okay, so we'll just have another drink of wine so we don't drag ourselves in there, which we don't have to walk that far to the shop, so I could have done that, but alright, so here we are back in the palace, and we're just gonna basically turn this quest into the...
Don't think you can barter with me like one of those damn shopkeepers.
Yeah, what?
As Jarl Layla's housecarl.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Layla's
So
steward.
we have the steward
Anuria.
here, and
Excellent. You've
tell
done
us
us a great
bandits that-
service. Here is your reward.
Alright, here's our reward. Now, this is a won't. They don't give you much, 100 gold, not that much. There's a lot of bandits out there, I guess. They'd be spending all their money
You're
on that.
welcome in Riften.
And they know you're going to
as
sell
long
everything.
As you continue to obey our laws.
Okay. What are your laws? Like, they're pretty much in with the Thieves Guild, right? So, is thieving okay then? Like, what are your laws? I don't know. But, yeah, this is a shady town, Riften. You know, this is where they do the whole Thieves Guild quest line, which we're not going to do that with this particular character, but we are going to interact with them at some point a little bit. So now what we're going to do is sell all this stuff. All right. Well, it's very early in the morning, but there's the shopkeepers bargaining about their wares, so we're going to be able to sell
You gonna
this
buy
stuff.
something? You gonna stare all day?
No, I'm not
See for
buying
yourself.
anything. I'm selling. I'm here selling. I got tons of stuff though. 771 gold. That's not bad. Can get rid of half this stuff maybe. So this is what I was saying. This bloodstained bow. I'm like reconsidering what to do, but it's not worth that much. But it's just extraneous. That's all it is. It's basically just extraneous. So here I'm just weighing the damage versus the weight. And I don't really need a better bow. I kind of like just having the basic hunting bow. And 1 pound, it ends up being a lot at this point. Because we're doing a little carry weight juggle right now with this loot. Because we left a ton of loot behind at that dungeon we were just in. Now, I probably shouldn't be selling this stuff first. Because it doesn't weigh that much. But it's not a big deal. Because there are a ton of vendors here in Riften. And we'll easily be able to sell all of our stuff. To just switching between them. Oh, look at that. That is worth a pretty penny. 200 gold. So let me keep that for a minute. Well, there we go. And look, we leveled up our speech. Now, speech in Skyrim, Skyrim's really terrible with that aspect of like the speech and barter. There's no speech checks. It's a really basic game as far as that goes, at least compared with the Fallout games. And so speech generally is really just your barter. I mean, there are other things you can do, and especially with mods, they add stuff that's a little more interesting, of course.
Come back when you're ready to
But
spend more gold.
overall, your speech doesn't really help you
Looking
all
to stay
that
alive?
much,
Why
except
take a chance?
for vendor prices. And that's when you level it up, when you're doing
Come to see.
selling.
What brings you to Balamut today? Repair? Purchase?
Neither.
Blades?
I
Helmets?
just cleared
Pretty
out a
much
den.
anything
Hey,
to suit your
could you
needs.
use any of this stuff? I got some good stuff for this guy. Check this out. Let's see if he has anything that we do on a guy. Bubbling inflicts a disease. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I wouldn't mind finding that in the wild and seeing what that does. Well, he has this Peacekeeper armor also. Or did we sell that to him already? Look at that bandit. That is a weird one. Because we have the Peacekeeper Royal armor. Okay. I knew we picked some of that up. That was really interesting that he also had that. So look at this. This is right up his alley because it's actually fancier than the stuff he already has. So all he has to do is, clean out the blood and guts and all that stuff. And good as new, right? Slightly worn. All right, we're keeping our vampire armor, of course, our favorite outfit here. And I can see wearing that through most of the playthrough, although I do like the Dawn Guard outfit, so we might switch to that at some point.
If you need any more smithing,
I was going to
come see me
switch to it. They said to take whatever I want around the castle, and they didn't have anything. We found gauntlets that I'm wearing, and that's about it. All right. Oh my god, the banter is just out of control. I really have to find a mod that turns off the banter. Just turn it all off. I mean, I wouldn't mind it 1/10 of the time they say stuff.
Take a look around.
That'd be nice. Yeah,
Welcome
reduce
to
it
the
to 10%.
Trinkets, odds
Sounds
and
good.
ends, that sort of thing.
All right, let's see what this guy's got. So what we're gonna start doing is once we have too much stuff and they're all gonna run out of gold, is we're gonna end up buying soul gems that are filled. I think that's my plan, among other things maybe. All right, let's see what we have. A few more capes. I might keep those. I don't really have that much more stuff. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually now planning on going back and looting, getting a whole another load and coming back here, because look at this. We have 6,300 gold right now. We're trying to save up to 10K. We already made, like when I got to this town, I think we were only down at 2,000 or 3,000 gold a little bit ago. So we're actually doing really good. Or at least recently I was not up that much. So we have 2 different houses we've been offered, and one of them's 5,000 with additional expenses because you have to build that house yourself. So you're actually just buying the plot, and you have to spend some money to make it work. And then the other one in Whiterun is 10K. So we're gonna buy one or maybe even both of those. The problem, I'm really undecided which one I want to get. Like, I really don't want to go through the whole process of building the Hearthfire mod home. It'll be like a whole episode of just doing that, which is fine. I like that stuff, but don't know that I'm in the mood for it right this second. But the thing is, that house is going to be right in the area where we have to go for the Dawnguard quest. It's right near Morthal, and it kind of makes more sense that our character would settle down there. Whereas, you know, we don't have much attachment to Whiterun, and the only reason I really do like the Whiterun one is I have the modded Breeze Home by Eleonora, which there's a nice little garden outside, and really that's what's drawing this character to that. She walks by it every time she sees the garden. But maybe that's something to like strive to after this tumultuous point in her life, you know, dies down or something. I don't know what I'm thinking. But we have plenty of gold now to go buy the property in Morthal. So I think we might be doing that after this little segment, taking care of some bandits outside of Riften. And, you know, I still want to get to 10K before I make a decision. So, but that's pretty much the path that our character is on right now during this little point in time. Is we just joined the Dawnguard, and we also have started the Brotherhood, Dark Brotherhood quest line. You know, just getting the information about that. So before I really get deep into the Dawnguard, I think I want to have a house. You know, I think I'm not going to jump right into that, but I think I'm going to get the house. Just so I can dump my stuff, you know, like I'm doing so much inventory management here. I don't need to be carrying around all these ingredients and stuff, but I'm not going to sell them, you know, and I'm not going to like sit there and grind potions of stuff that I don't need anytime soon. So, you know, it's just a balancing act. So I think we might be getting a home, at least within the next maybe 2 or 3 episodes of this. Or I shouldn't say 2 or 3. I still have 2 more eps of this segment. So like, it'll be like more like 4, 5, 6 episodes from now. But I'm about to do a batch of 3 of them, so I'm just thinking of like 2 or 3 episodes past that. Or it might even be the next thing I do when I play again too, honestly. So I had recorded maybe 10 eps of this at one time, so we're getting towards the end of that footage right now. Anyway, here we are back here getting all this stuff. Some stuff we left behind here. And some of this stuff's really good. Look at this. Amulet of Akatot. We're going to wear that. So that will regenerate our magicka just from wearing it. So that's pretty cool. Now, I've been sort of doing a little enchanting. So eventually we might have our own enchanted jewelry that we made. But I don't know. I'm not grinding that or leveling that up a ton. So, all right. So we're a little over. So we'll dump some flour here. Don't really need that anytime soon, and we're not selling that. See, that's the type of thing I want to leave that in my kitchen of the whoa, look at that. Oh wow, we have a 6666 gold. Yeah, like I said, we're starting a dark period in this character, so we're joining the Dark Brotherhood and fighting vampires. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. We just found a little extra gold that just somehow curiously gave us that number. We have an extra 6 there. It's not as bad as it looks, right? But oh my god, look at all this stuff. Look at this. So I think, man, I need a backpack or something. Okay. I'm gonna just dump a few things off into the crate here. So we want to sell these Warhammers. That's usually the first thing I would leave behind, but we can sell all that stuff. So I'm gonna leave some of my stuff that I'm not gonna sell, and that won't despawn. The stuff in the, I mean, it might, but I don't think the stuff I just put there will despawn. I'm afraid that if this takes too long, that some of the bandits and stuff might despawn, and I'll lose out on some of the loot I left inside, but that's not a big deal. We just made a second run here, and I'm definitely planning on making a third run. But, you know, if the third run's a little skimpier, it's not a huge deal. We're getting really close to our goal of 10,000 gold. Now, I don't think we have anything too valuable here. Those battle axes and stuff probably only get like 100 gold each, if that, but... or hammers, or whatever they were. Alright, and here... we got here in the middle of the night, or it's early evening, only at 8 o'clock, so, like I said, there's a chance that we, you know, since we have to wait another day, nobody's open. Oh, we almost caught the end of it. But, you know, since we do have to wait another morning, there is a chance some of that stuff will despawn. I don't even know, personally, what the mechanics in Skyrim are. But I think we'll be good. I mean, I know we'll be good. I already did it. I think I already recorded all this, but
Come see
I'd
me
like
in
to
the
just
market
put
if you're
myself
looking for
in the
finest
moment
custom
of when I
jewel.
was playing it.
Everything
All right.
I've got
Look,
on display,
we did catch one of
really.
them. So he's headed home, and we're like, wait a second, guy. I got some stuff for you. And unfortunately, this is the jeweler, so he's not going to take a big Warhammer or most of the stuff we have, and
Safe travels,
that was not
Landstrider.
quite as fortuitous
If you're
as
ever in the
it
market,
seemed.
I deal in specialty goods.
Now, I
from
should
Morrowind
talk to
and one of
him.
the stats.
Alright, well, whatever. I should have talked to him. But I decided I want to see if the Khajiit caravan was still out here. They were here when we first got to town. Now, I think they're only here every few days, but it has been a few days since we were here, so... because we went all the way to the Dawn Guard. And came back and did that whole bandit run, and maybe a few things in between. Alright, then this loading screen takes forever on the Xbox One. But this game runs amazingly smooth with mods, though. I have not had too many problems with the mods and the game in general. So it looks really good, and it runs pretty smooth. And I've also been playing Fallout New Vegas on the Xbox One, and it runs a lot smoother than it did on the old Xbox. So where it crashed a lot. And that's the same disc. Well, you know, you just download the game, I guess, at this point. But you have to have the disc in there. Anyway, so yeah, the Khajiit weren't there, so I guess we're just probably gonna wait here until morning. Now, sometimes I like to get immersive and, you know, go to the inn and get a room and stay in the inn, but we're kind of grinding here, and you know, I'm just doing these runs, and like, we're just gonna wait. We're just gonna use the wait mechanic. I mean, it is in the game. It's not like I'm exploiting anything, but I do like to, you know, I like to make it feel a little more natural. But I should have sat down on the bench, and that would have felt good. Like, we're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I need to get back there. Again, the same thing with fast traveling back and forth. Like, I could just walk the whole way back, but that's going to take like 2 episodes because we're going to keep running into extra
Can I
people
interest
and
you in
stuff
some
like
fine
that.
goods from Morrowind?
Yep. No.
Have anything you
well,
wish to sell?
Yes.
See
Yes.
for yourself.
I have tons of stuff I want to sell. Good. Finally, they asked me that. All right. What do I have? Well, let's buy some soul gems here, and that will give him some more gold that we can max out his. I don't want to buy the. We do need to charge our stuff. See, that's empty, and then we have our staff down there, which is pretty close to being empty. So, all right, look at this. We only get 38. You see what I'm saying? It's only 2 pounds. I mean, $2 a pound for that stuff. That's the going rate. Not worth it. Except, you know, like I said, that's why we're doing 3 runs here. Because it's definitely not worth it if that was my only run. If I just had those, it's like a waste. Like, I was hoping I'd get closer to 10K. I might not even make 7K at this point. There's some daggers. I mean, we got all this armor. The leather armor is the one worth the most. Alright, well, we got steel. Or worth the most per pound, I should say. Alright, steel armor. Studded armor is not bad. Well, our potions, I think we sold all the ones we want to sell. Well, I am going to have to grind potions soon, too. After this whole adventure's done, I think I'm going to have to grind potions, because I need some more of those paralysis potions and things like that. So there might be a whole episode of flower picking and potions coming up in the next few also, because they're really useful, and I'm gonna sit down and focus on exactly what ingredients I need to find really soon.
Anything you
and
can
make
find
sure
would be of great
make sure
help.
I have a
Good
ton
luck.
of those slow potions and the paralysis and frenzy. Those are my favorites. And there's probably some other ones I'm not quite sure about. I wonder if there's... I should look into a good alchemy overhaul mod, which adds... You know, like how I have all these different enchantments and stuff. I want to see different alchemy... whatever you call it, effects. Alright, so we're making a backpack, by the way. Look at this. It's about time we carried one of these around. I'm not going to rely on it all the time because I like the cape and stuff, but for this is a perfect immersive moment here where our character's like, man, there's still a ton of stuff there. I better make a backpack. And on top of that, let's make another pouch here, because we have one pouch on our left, so I think we can make one on the right. We have the vial holder and a pouch, and we also have the lantern on our front right. But I can make something for the back right, I think. See, the vial holders are so cool for our character. So I can do back right. I already have I think something on my left. Or I have it on the side, the left side, actually. Alright, so let's put these on. Oh. So that actually does conflict with my lantern. You can't wear anything on that side. Because technically the lantern is the front right, because you could also choose the back for that, but I guess it does take up, you know, in the mechanics of the game, it does take up an extra slot or whatever. And that does come in handy. So now what I'm going to do is actually, I'm just going to basically keep this, and I'll just use it when I need it. If I reach that point, I have a backup for extra 50 carry weight when I need it, and we'll just deal with the darkness at that point. All right. So now we're time to make another round back to Treva's watch. Oh, and look at that Dawn Guard armor. Like, that might be something I would wear. Not the helmet, of course, but I kind of like that. It looks like a blacksmith's type of cape or something, because it has an extra metal there. I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't know that that'll be my everyday outfit. Well, hopefully there's better vampire armor once I start slaying, like, vampires in the DLC. I wouldn't mind, like, a different type of vampire armor either. I'm not sure what's in the game, but... Alright, so... here we are back. Nice, beautiful day now. A bunch of dead bandits there. So, yeah, they didn't despawn yet, so we're set. And I assume the ones on the inside will be the same. So let's just go up here and grab all the stuff we deliberately left behind. So some fairly important, not really important, just our hunting bow and stuff that we use once in a while, which we're actually, I think I might even sell that. I don't know, because now we do have the crossbow. But I don't know how many bolts I have or how that works, so. Of course, you always have so many arrows, especially if you don't use them that much. You know, you pick up arrows everywhere you go from fighting. I haven't even leveled up yet, so we're going to have to do that at some point. But... Oh, geez, another trap. That didn't hit us though. All right. Oh well, we got a flawless amethyst for the guy at the market. Well, there were two people that asked for that actually. So, or no, that wasn't the guy at the market. The guy at the market also asked for that. That was the guy at the bar who wants us to do some wedding thing. So that seems like a bigger deal. So I don't know. Well, we have to get 3 of them for that though. Alright, so I'm just trying to make my way through this maze and see which bandits we left behind. Or, you know, of course we left like the stuff like those big battle axes and warhammers. Might as well take this iron too while we're at it. I was eyeballing that earlier. Alright, so we're gonna sneak by this one. And hopefully poor Miko doesn't get hurt. Oh, look at this. We missed just a random sack of gold laying there. Now that we didn't have to worry about our carry weight. Jeez, Miko causing quite a commotion back there. Okay. I think there's a perk where or there might be a mod where your followers don't set off the traps. But yeah, that's the reason for that. Quite a commotion. And I don't think they really get hurt from them. Look at that. Oh, I thought that was a treasure trove of wine. We're running low on wine. We've been drinking a lot of wine on this mission. So we had like 30 wine at one point. And we're down to like maybe a dozen of them at the most. Or less. But I think we left a bunch of stray bottles around, so shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, nothing good here. Now the trick with reading those books is, the reason I read some of them, not others, when they're worth 50 gold, that means they're a skill book. So it's like a little trick. So you don't have to go reading everything. Of course, I didn't know that all those years playing Skyrim back in the day. I never knew that until a couple years ago. So I would definitely pick up every book I saw. Or, you know, you'd remember, you could tell from some of the titles that they were definitely skill books, but I never noticed the price. Or there's some that are in between prices, I guess. So I think I did notice and wasn't totally sure. Because some are worth 2 or 3 or whatever. Alright, so we got the great sword, iron helmet. All of this is kind of junk at this point, but we're going to make a few more 100 gold out of it or whatever. So it's kind of worth it. And yeah, really exciting episode here. I mean, there was some action at the beginning, but this is just a looting and selling episode. I don't think I've done one like that, quite like this. We definitely have had some looting and selling, but this is definitely the first time I've gone back twice to a location to get more stuff and made a whole episode out of it. So something different. Alright, so look at this. We're well over encumbered again, but we didn't put our backpack on yet, so I have to remember what I called that. Let's see, I don't see it here. So it was, it must be all the way up top. Oh, there it is. It's just backpack. Oh, see, you don't have to remember black fur backpack. I was looking for fur at first, so now we have a little more space, and we still have that pouch if we need it. But then it'll get a little dark. Alright, so some more junk. Now we're over encumbered again. Alright, well that was quick. So let's put the pouch on and, well, we're just gonna have to do in the dark corridors now. And as you can see, it definitely did get a lot darker, especially in little spots like that. So that trap would have gotten us, but we already set it off. Well, we set it off when we had the light anyway, so it never helped. At least for that, but it does help me see everything else. And my eyesight's not that great recently, so every little bit helps. Imperial sword. Hide boots, okay. And the leather strips, always good for your smithing. We'll take the sword too. See, now I can't see anything. Like, I gotta go right up to everything to see it. Now, I could switch back and not move. You can still move around when you're encumbered. I can't even see the shelf at all. Look at that, all the wine, though, our favorite. There's too much wine to even take. Let's see. Oh, well, I can take a few more. All right. I got a bunch more. Bunch more room in there. We didn't go over by that much. All right. Oh, in here we have the poor guy's family. Nothing much of value on them. At least they piled them up neatly in this room, right? I don't know. That's pretty grim. Pretty grim. Alright. Well. Nothing in there. Oh, was that where we just were? Now I'm getting lost. I don't even know. It's all dark. Alright, Miko, we're getting out of here soon. Chill. Miko wants to go. Like, why do we keep going back here? You want some cheese, Miko? Alright, that's one thing. That's where I draw the line. Stack it. I don't need like 20 rings of cheese there. Kidding me? All right, guys, your house is open.
Need something?
Yeah, you can
Yes.
go back in
Yes.
now.
Yes?
Okay. I guess not. Like, we just liberated your house, and you're just still out here camping. And you have that huge palace there, or whatever you want to call it. That thing is immense. Estate. Look at this. These guys are rich. They live on the river here. All right, so, let's head back now to Riften and do one more unloading. Go to the keep is just right there by the market, so. Okay, here we are, back in Riften, and looks like it's getting dark out here too. It took a whole day. Look at that. So yeah, there's our screenshot. That's a little nicer than the one that I had earlier. There's a mysterious looking silhouette. Alright, so it looks like we have to wait till morning again. That literally took a whole day. We were just here at 9, remember? I mean, not the whole day. We waited till the morning, but... Alright, well, she doesn't want to sell anything. Let's ask her about...
the streets, in the
ask her about the
ratway,
Thieves
like
Guild,
dirty
because it's there.
animals. And trust me, they're no better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps.
Oof. That's why they call it the
Keep
rat
your
way.
belly full and your shoulders strong.
Oh, we just missed the guy at the stand. Alright. Well, there we go. Some more dramatic poses. And zip. There we are. It's night. So. Now we have to wait till morning. I don't know what happened there. Why did all I did was pause to save. I might have just stopped the game for a minute and taken a break or something at that point. I don't know why it jumped like an hour. When usually I just snip out, like if I save, I'll snip it out.
Library's worth of knowledge in moments, or throw back that missing limb with my genuine Balma blood and Lucette.
What brings you to Balma
Or it's not
today?
like I
Repair,
save, it's like
purchase?
I stop the recording and then
Take a
start
look.
a new segment of recording. So if I'm just saving and I'm still recording it, I've been leaving those in. Alright, so here we go. Balamut. And we just increased our speech again, so we leveled that up twice today. Alright, well, bunch of stuff. There, we have this bandit armor. He's got tons of gold. so we might not even. Well, we have to see other people because he doesn't take everything, but we won't have to sell any of that. We're sold out of armor and weapons, and we have all these pelts. Which, like I said, I want to do a little bit of smithing. I'm gonna make some, maybe a saber cat
If
cloak
you need
or
any more
something.
smithing work, come see me again.
Okay, but that's for later on.
I've never seen Mule this
Oh, so
upset
the
about
market's
anything.
not even open
city
yet,
really
but
gets
somehow he was out early. Oh, here we go,
Can
our
I
buddy
interest you
over
in
here,
some fine goods from
Branche.
Morrowind?
You sure
Take a look.
can. All right, let's see what he's got. Or let's see what we've got. Well, we have that, which we have to keep for that quest, or 2 quests. So let's see if there's anything. Oh, usually it's only magic robes or something that they won't take at the blacksmith, or something like that, a little necklace. So not too much stuff, but look, we're up to 7,500 gold, so that's not too bad. I was hoping to have a little bit more, but hey, you get what you can get. It was definitely worth going back a few times though and getting that extra. We basically got maybe an extra 1,000 gold. I don't know. Maybe you're paying more attention than I am to the numbers, but you could check on the previous episode where we started when we first got to Riften. It might be interesting to find out. But this has been a very lucrative trip
Good luck.
to join the Dawn Guard. This is a great place to sell stuff because there's like 4 or 5 vendors right here, which all do, you know, pretty good stuff. So, and then there's 3 right in the open. Because think about it, in Solitude, there's a few out in the open, including the blacksmith is out in the open. But you know, the little stalls there, it's just food and wine, and nobody's buying general stuff like this. You know, you have 2 general goods people here, so, or one just at least buys weapons and stuff. Grelka over there. All right, so we got our lantern back on now that we're not encumbered. Not that we need it during the day, but I don't like when it flips off and on. It gets really distracting. All right. So yeah, here we are. We've made it to Riften, and now I guess we're gonna move on and maybe go and buy that house, or the plot of land in Morthal they offered us. I'm definitely thinking on it now. Oh, let's level up first. Still got a level, and we're gonna do health, magicka, health. Yeah, I really would like to do magicka, but I think I need health more. Alchemy, we're pretty tapped on our choices until we have 50, I think. And conjuration, I think we're also tapped. I don't want to do any of those because I'm not actively using that. Oh, I might even do restoration because I've had to use it in a while. But I think I'm just going to save that perk, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so I don't think I have any active quests here to go anywhere except to go, you know, do the Dawn Guard stuff. Which, like I said, is in the area of Morthal. So I might just head back there at this point and see about buying that house. Do the Hearthstone thing. I don't know. It's tough to say. Or I guess I could just do the first part of the Dawn Guard quest. I don't think that's gonna be a big deal. I don't know. Well, let's just head out of town and see what's going on. There's guards in the way.
If you're looking to settle in Riften, there's a house for sale.
House?
Honeyside.
House
See
for
the
sale.
steward in the keep if you
I
want
was just
to.
thinking about house for sales. Okay, so yeah, let's go talk to them about that and see what the deal is here. Maybe that one's like if that one's 7,500 gold, like I might have to do that right now. Because it's like too much of a coincidence that they just said that as I was wondering what to do next, and my choices were buy a house or make more gold to buy a different house. You know. All right, let's see what they say here. Okay.
Oh, come to gloat, have we? To poke fun at the Jarl's youngest son?
Out of my
Alright.
way. The son
I
of
don't
the
even know
Jarl
who to
has
talk to. I guess
Welcome
her.
to Mistvale Keep.
Oh, well, we can get
I'm
another
Jarl
job
Layla's
here.
steward, Anuriel.
I don't see anything about a house.
The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this
All right,
decree for
well, I
details.
guess we're not leaving now. We have another bandit quest. So I guess we'll do that next time. At the Broken Helm Hollow.
As Riften's steward, I'm afraid I can provide only limited assistance.
Okay, maybe the Jarl is the one
what
we
can I
have
do
to
for
talk
you?
to.
You're welcome in Riften.
Good journey to you.
As long
Alright.
as you continue
Maybe that
to
guy
obey
is who
our
I'm
laws.
supposed to talk to. I don't even know. All I know is we have another quest. We're going to do that next time. Thanks for joining us. And we've got new episodes every day this year. Hopefully, as long as the power and everything stays on in America. I don't know what's going on out there, but we're here playing Skyrim. And look, this is right around the corner here. So we're definitely going to do this next. Right on the other side of the mountain on the way to the Dawnguard. So probably go out the back door or something. All right, well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.